I saw what happened, and I won't let it slide. It's not the first time Justin will do such cheap tricks with poking eyes like those. His fight against Paddy will be his last aim. UFC is only for the real fighters, not the cheater.
That Scouser does not get knocked out. Oh my God. Right. Scousers do not get knocked. That Scouser does not get knocked out.
I'm a Scouser. We don't get knocked out. We don't get knocked out. I take that all day.
Oh my God. What a fucking gangster.
Delivered in the main event, capped off with a war. Just give us your thoughts on Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett delivering a 5-round battle.
Yeah, I mean, what a couple. So Paddy Pimblett at the weigh-ins yesterday says, I'm going to knock this motherfucker out tomorrow. And I was like, that's interesting. And he never abandoned that game plan. Even when, he got dropped a couple times, I kept waiting for him. I'm like, he's eventually going to have to shoot and try to submit him. Now, I didn't know Paddy Pimblett had a chin like that till tonight. And, yeah, absolute dogfight in a war, and much respect to both guys.
We haven't seen Justin yet, so we don't know what his status is physically. But, I mean, is the interim, does the unification fight have to be next, or is there a case if he's hurt and needs to be out for a while?
Apparently he's 100%. So we sent Paddy Pimblett straight to the hospital, and then we're going to send Gaethje too. And Gaethje's like, believe me, I've been in plenty of wars. I'm good. So as far as we know right now, he's...
When the fight between Paddy Pimblett and Justin Gaethje finally ended, the conversation immediately shifted to how reality compared to prediction. Before the cage door ever closed, analysts were divided, torn between Paddy's chaos and creativity and Justin's discipline and damage. That contrast is exactly what made the aftermath feel louder, sharper, and far more polarizing than anyone expected.
You saw him do it to Michael Chandler. He's taken on the highlight, Justin Gaethje. 26 wins, 5 losses, 20 KOs. The dude fucking KOs people. Early on, he'd calf kick the fuck out of people. He'd calf kick people where they couldn't take it anymore. He had many TKOs from calf kicks alone. The guy is just a dense fucking ball of muscle, built for fighting. 37 years old now. He's crumpled people with his left hook. He's crumpled people with his right hand. Paddy Pimblett is going to have to be very careful throwing his flurries on Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje will sit down and rip a left hook, or sit down, drop his head, and launch a right hand. That's Justin Gaethje's ways to win. He could KO Paddy.
Tim Welch break down age like a time capsule. He warned everyone that Justin Gaethje doesn't need volume to change a fight. He only needs moments. Those calf kicks and planted counters were never about flash, but about forcing mistakes. Every time Paddy burst forward swinging, the tension between aggression and danger became painfully clear. Tim also emphasized that this was never a safe pick for either side, because the longer the fight lasted, the more it drifted into chaos. And chaos is where Paddy Pimblett thrives, where scrambles turn into control, and control turns into exhaustion. That's why Tim leaned slightly toward Paddy, without ever sounding fully confident.
Love to see fucking Justin Gaethje with the title around his waist. He earned it. Justin Gaethje's fought all these fucking monsters his whole goddamn career. Edson Barbosa, Donald Cerrone, Eddie Alvarez, Dustin Poirier, Khabib, Michael Chandler, Charles Oliveira, Fiziev twice, Dustin Poirier again, Max Holloway. Like, holy shit. He's fought the elite. So I'd love to see Justin Gaethje get it done. If I had to put, fuck, this is hard. If someone gave me $10,000 to bet with, and they said, hey, put it on who you think's going to win. God. I'm going to say 60-40. 60-40. 40% chance that Justin Gaethje knocks Paddy Pimblett out. Hits him on his chin. When Paddy Pimblett's flooring, hits him right on his fucking, hits him right on the scouser chin. Bunk. Gets dropped. 40% chance, I think. 60% chance this fight, Justin's not able to find him. It's a little bit, it's like a spastic, weird style. Paddy Pimblett puts him on his back. It's going to be a long night for Justin.
When the discussion turned to legacy, the tone shifted completely. The list of names attached to Justin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier, Eddie Alvarez, Charles Oliveira, Max Holloway, Khabib Nurmagomedov aren't just opponents. They're eras. Surviving that schedule earns respect before the bell even rings. That perspective framed Justin as a proven constant rather than a mystery. Paddy Pimblett, meanwhile, represented volatility, unpredictability, and youth, which is why most predictions circle back to the same idea. Justin only needed one clean connection, but Paddy only needed one successful scramble to flip the entire fight on its head.
Will you be served with Pimblett? Maybe. Gaethje, experience, good striker. He's well-rounded everywhere, but he's got to use the assets of a smaller guy. We've seen it, where you got to box, you got to use your legs, you got to set traps. You know, he's got the capability of doing that. Outmaneuver, outflank Pimblett. You know, Pimblett, let me tell you, he has improved a lot over the last 2 years. He really has, bud. He has gotten better. He's gotten more. You could see he's come into his own. Confidence-wise, physically, he's in great shape. They usually all are. But he's improved. His striking has improved. He's a good wrestler, grappler. But he loves to strike. That's what's going to make this fight really interesting and good. They're both going to strike. I mean, for the most part, they're both going to strike.
Teddy Atlas approached the matchup through control rather than chaos. He stressed that Justin needed angles, movement, and patience, avoiding prolonged exchanges in front of Paddy. At the same time, he acknowledged that Paddy had grown stronger, calmer, and more confident over the past 2 years, even if his love for trading punches still flirted with danger. Teddy's slight lean toward Paddy wasn't hype-driven, but momentum-based. Youth and adaptability often reveal themselves in later rounds, and he believed Paddy had more room to adjust mid-fight, while still recognizing that every exchange with Justin carried real consequences.
Youth might be served here, but I would go with the over on this because I think the over-under is like
2.5 rounds.
How many?
2.5 rounds over minus 115.
All right, listen. Again, we have a pretty good record here, but, you know, I mess up once in a while. I do. That's why it's gambling. But I like the over. I like the over. I mean, if Gaethje fights the perfect fight, you never know. You never know. But I know who the judges are probably favoring. Oh, did I say that? I'm sorry. There shouldn't be anything about that. It should just be about what goes on in the cage or in the ring. But I can't help myself but think about things that I see. So maybe, you know, Gaethje would really have to do a job, I think, to get it, which he could. But I think I probably favor Pimblett a little bit. But at the end of the day, if I had to put my buck...
The betting discussion added another layer of tension. On paper, a longer fight made sense given both men's durability. But the constant reminder was that Justin Gaethje has ended fights suddenly throughout his career, making every prediction feel fragile, no matter how logical it sounded. Max Holloway distilled the matchup down to pain tolerance. Skill only matters until damage accumulates. If Paddy could absorb Justin's power without breaking, Max believed the fight could swing quickly, through a wobble, a scramble, and a sudden shift in control that no one could stop once it started.
Because if he can eat it, I can see Paddy catching Gaethje and maybe almost like a Oliveira fight, you know, catch Gaethje, hurt Gaethje wobble, and then, you know, get to Gaethje's back or something, maybe subtle. You know what I mean? Like, Paddy is very well rounded. You know, he out wrestled wrestlers, he out grappled grapplers. He stands with you. You know, he doesn't care. He throws. You know, everybody's be like, his chin is in the air. He takes shots. Yeah, he takes shots and he still walk forward. How long will that last? We don't know. And that's the question I have to this fight. Or what his reaction is going to be when Justin Gaethje catches him. Because Justin Gaethje punches like a truck. He kicks like a...
At the same time, Max never downplayed Justin's ability to end everything instantly. He emphasized that Gaethje's punches and kicks aren't just strikes, they are statements. When they land clean, they erase momentum, game plans, and confidence in seconds. For many, the fight remained a true coin flip, defined by two clear paths and nothing in between. Either Justin broke Paddy with sustained damage, or Paddy survived long enough to impose his grappling. That binary outcome is what made the matchup so compelling.
For me, this is a flip-up, bro. I'm not surprised if any of these guys win, because I can see two clear paths to these guys winning. I can see Gaethje catching Paddy, you know, putting him down, finishing him. Then I can see Pimblett catching Paddy, Pimblett catching Gaethje, maybe knock him out or hurt him enough to where he can get a submission. You know, I think so. Paramount, the UFC did a really great really great job for putting this first Paramount card together. From the main card, the first main card fight, to the main event is sick. It's gonna be action packed, and you fans are gonna love it. You know, the new fans are gonna love it. I mean, Gaethje is just violence. Paddy Pimblett doesn't run away from violence. It's gonna be a fun fight. Like I said, I don't know who to choose. I'm not choosing no one. I see both guys. I think this is a coin flip. I think whoever can endure the more damage is gonna...
Demetrius Johnson focused on execution over hype. He explained that Paddy needed to stay dynamic, force scrambles, and attack submissions opportunistically, because Justin's defensive reactions and transitions had shown small gaps in the past, and those gaps are where elite grapplers operate. Demetrius dismissed the idea that competition level alone decides fights, arguing that once positions are locked in, technique and timing outweigh reputation. In his view, Paddy's control on the mat had consistently shown real substance, regardless of the names across from him.
Guys, when you look at Paddy Pimblett, keys to Paddy Pimblett has got to be dynamic. We're starting to see Paddy Pimblett become more comfortable inside the octagon. So the key for one for Paddy Pimblett is be dynamic, meaning that if Justin Gaethje puts you against the cage, don't be scared to do a flying triangle. If Justin Gaethje tries to go for a dump, go for a Kimura, because 9 out of 10 times when he does that, he's able to turn it into something that favors him in the fight. Key difference number 2, grapple, grapple, grapple. You know, when you look at Justin Gaethje's past fight, when people grapple him that have a good grappling ability, he seems to have hard times with grapplers, where people, you know, when people drop him, Charles Oliveira dropped him, he crossed the void, jumped on him, got his back, cemented with a rear naked choke. You look when he fought Habib took him down, passed his guard, mounted him, got a triangle from top and rolled to his back. Now I feel like Paddy Pimblett has that grappling ability that can oppose some problems to Justin Gaethje.
As the predictions stacked up, the narrative shifted away from who looked better on paper and toward who could adapt under fire. Justin Gaethje represented accumulated damage, experience, and composure. Paddy Pimblett represented growth, belief, and a willingness to walk directly into danger without blinking. Now that the fight is over and theory has collided with reality, the only question left is which version you believed in, the proven violence of Justin Gaethje or the relentless chaos of Paddy Pimblett. Because this fight was never about certainty. It was about choosing which kind of risk you trusted more.